Hello, this is novaTopFlex. In this video, I will be demonstrating my QEMU system AArch64 test. Unfortunately, the AArch64 is a foreign architecture for me because I'm on x86-64. My ultimate goal at the very end was to create a Debian virtual machine and actually hook it up to my host system. Normally, this would be no problem because I have done virtual machines with x86-64, sometimes with i3-86, so that's still the same architecture, just a 32-bit version. This is actually a foreign architecture, and I do not have an ARM-based computer available every day. The computer I use is x86-64 based, so no matter how hard I try, I will not get near-native performance. QEMU advertises near-native performance, but that is because most of the time on x86-64, we're virtualizing for x86-64. The first sign that you can identify for an AArch64 and foreign virtual machine is QEMU-system-AArch64. This would be considered native if on an AArch64, but this again is x86-64. Unfortunately, I tried the -EFI option thinking that was the right option, but I had to look at documentation, because unfortunately I'm unable to actually create on my own an ARM-based virtual machine for QEMU. I will eventually, my goal is to have 16 gigabytes of disk space and 4 gigabytes of RAM on my virtual machine. See the -M and the drive file. So my image creation command was QEMU-img create-f raw-o size equals 16G out.img. My personal preference and novatop convention in general is to use out and then out followed by numbers for as many virtual machines as absolutely necessary, because out means output to me, so out is output, not just for media, but sometimes I'll do it for disk images and ISOs, like out.iso, out.img. I have not rolled up my own ISO, IMG, or anything yet, and I haven't packaged my own Linux distribution. Wish I could do my own Linux distribution, because in that case, I would actually have an easier time learning more about how to, sorry about this, I think this is what happens when I use ncurses, but that is because it tries to simulate a graphical environment, but you are on a TTY. And unfortunately, it killed the process because it's very slow. But why is it very slow? Because KVM is not supported on foreign architectures, only with hosts. KVM is kernel-based virtual machine, and it's compatible on an x86-64 machine like this only with x86-64. In this case, I'm on AArch64, so I had to do the kill-all command in order to get back. I'm not sure how to exit an ncurses interface. Wish I could remember, because that would probably make it easier anyway. Each time I try to do this, it keeps getting worse until it gets better. I actually had to listen to different chatbots and other documentation, unfortunately, to realize that I was using the wrong device. VGA, for instance, isn't supposed to be used unless you are on an i3-86 or x86-64. Sometimes it's okay, like when virtualizing classic macOS for PowerPC. Well, not classic. It's more difficult to do classic, but if it's macOS 10, so it's not classic anymore, it's early 2000s, it's easy. If you like this content, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hack the YouTube algorithm, and thanks for watching. See you next time.